Hello and welcome to this short video from Alt Agency. This is the first video in our mini-series covering digital project management, and specifically in this video, why the project management process is so important to getting your web project right from day one. If you have worked with Alt Agency before, then you will have spoken with our project manager Rian, who is often described as detailed, orientated, thorough, and easy to understand. It is this feedback that shows exactly just how important project management and a great project manager is. Great project management doesn't start when you agree to go ahead with your project. It begins at the first point of contact that you have with your chosen web design agency. If you have no experience with working with a web design agency, then your questions will likely fall into two parts. Is what I want possible? Can I have this functionality and do this and do that? And how long will this take? What are the key stages and when? The first question, is what I want possible, is usually easily managed by any member of the team from a web design agency. Talking about your project from a top level is usually done over the phone to get a feel for the type of requirements that you are looking for and whether you and the agency are the right fit. But once your project is understood from a top level and costs are agreed, then it is at the next stage at a kick-off face-to-face meeting where your project manager will really come into the picture. It is important that your project manager is involved from the first meetings, and a smart project manager will know this. This is firstly to assess your chemistry with the project manager, and secondly, if other people are involved at the early stage, such as sales or senior management reps from the web design agency, then it can be really disheartening to have the big guns rolled out to get your business and then leave you feeling deflated when they take a step back once the contract is signed and hand you over to a project manager that you have never met before. The thing to remember is, it is actually the project manager who is the real big gun within any project. Why? Because it is the project manager who will understand your project, your requirements, and have the key to unlock all of that for you in one single incredible project brief. It can feel great having an agency's top brass come and visit you and nod their head about what can and can't be done, sell you the deal, and get the contract signed. But they aren't technical people and often don't have the skill set to manage and execute upon your project plan. Here's why it is so important that your project manager should be there from day one. To understand your requirements and the possibilities of getting it done, to walk you through the solutions and other alternative ways of doing things that you may not have been aware of, to see the fuller picture, to be a consistent face from day one who you can count on, has your best interests at heart and knows you, your requirements, and your project timeframe inside and out. One of the easiest ways to manage your project is to break it down into three key phases. A typical project breakdown would be pre-project design, development, post-project. The pre-project phase is what really sets your project on track, and unfortunately is often the most neglected stage of a project. This stage is more than a deadline being agreed. It's proving how that deadline will be met. During pre-project, your project manager will be expanding on your initial project brief and building it into what's called an SRS, Software Requirement Specific Document. This is an exact roadmap of all your requirements and functionality that will be broken down into a design SRS and a development SRS. The design SRS includes all the fine details on your design requirements. Colors, assets, fonts, and pages required are all included in a design SRS. A design SRS will be broken down page by page with each element, each call to action, each button color, all mapped out so that anyone with design experience can pick it up and know exactly what elements are required on your designs. A technical SRS is where all the individual page functionality is documented. Depending on your project size, it is not unusual for an SRS to exceed 80 pages in total. A technical SRS will allow any web developer to pick it up, read it, follow it, and develop your website. The design and technical SRS are the holy grail and foundation to your project. A great project manager will also include timeframes in your SRS, so you know what to expect and when. Without an SRS, your project could go seriously off track. The great benefit to an SRS is that it irons potential future issues out before your project has even started. So many web design companies sell a great dream, yet when it comes to reality, they end up increasing their price mid-project, missing timeframes, and causing you lots of other issues purely because they did not pre-plan their project correctly. Our experience has shown that by spending more and more time on the pre-project management section of the project, that the output is of a higher quality, much better than what the client could have imagined, on time and within budget. The purpose of pre-project management is that your project manager leaves you in no doubt whatsoever about what you will be receiving at the end of the project during the completion stage. If you're looking to get started on a web project, then do be sure to get in touch, altagency.co.uk, or call us on 0121 663 0202.